Question number 4. Can't some people have religious marriage and other people have civil marriage, and can't we all just get along? No. Marriage is so much more than either just a civil institution or a religious institution. Marriage precedes and exceeds the church and the state. From a theological perspective, I as a Christian believe from Genesis that marriage was the first institution. God instituted marriage before He instituted the church, before He instituted the state, before He instituted everything. But anthropology teaches us the same thing, that marriage, permanent pair bonding between male and female in primitive cultures, rose up and existed before the state did, before religious systems rose up. And so really on that point, anthropology and Christian theology agree. Marriage precedes everything. Marriage precedes everything. Marriage is a religious institution. Marriage is a legal institution. Marriage is an emotional institution. Marriage is a psychological institution. Marriage is all of these things. It's every one of them and all of them together. And we cannot say marriage is only going to be this and it's not going to be this. To do so is to misunderstand the very nature of marriage itself. There's a quote from a very good friend of mine, Maggie Gallagher. Many of you are familiar with her and her work and her writings. She really illustrates in a very dramatic way, in a very simple way, the profound social impact that marriage has, showing us that it is not simply a religious institution. She says, there is scarcely a dollar that state and federal governments spend on social programs that is not driven in large part by family fragmentation, those problems being crime, poverty, drug abuse, teen pregnancy, school failure, and mental and physical health problems. When marriage declines in a culture, all of the important social and personal measures of well-being also decline. The state has a vested interest in making sure that marriage is strong and that marriage is the institution that brings male and female together to create and care for the next generation. Marriage cannot simply be just a religious institution, nor can it simply be just a civil institution. It has to be all of these things. So in answer to their question, can we not just have civil marriage and religious marriage? No, because such a proposition fails to understand the very nature of marriage itself.